So who was Saint Linus? For a lot of people, when you hear the name Linus, you think of the guy in Snoopy from the Peanuts cartoon. But Linus, or Saint Linus, is an important Catholic saint because he is Pope number 2. He's the second pope after St. Peter was killed during the reign of Nero, and Paul was killed during the reign of Nero. Linus took the reins of the Catholic Church in Rome. And when I teach Roman history, I like to teach the students an acronym called PLACE, P-L-A-C-E, and it stands for the first 5 popes. So you have Peter, Linus, Anacletus, Clement, Evaristus. That's a great way to remember the first 5 popes, because Rome is the place in the early church as the church gets off its feet and moves along. And in my book, The Eternal City, I talk about how the first few bishops of Rome were organized, and especially Clement, because he's so key in the early church. But Linus himself is mentioned in 2 Timothy, and St. Paul greets him. He also mentions a woman named Claudia in the same verse, and some of the church fathers have identified Claudia as Linus's mother there in Rome. We don't know much about Linus. There is in the Liber Pontificalis, which is it's like a record book of the early church, of the popes, of their lives, what they did, how many priests they ordained, bishops they ordained, any decrees, anything like that. Some of it could be apocryphal. Historians do object to some of the things in there. But the only thing in there about Linus, St. Linus, is that he put out a decree that in the churches of the world, women should veil their heads in accordance with what St. Paul taught in 1 Corinthians, which can be kind of controversial today because that's no longer on the books, it's no longer in canon law. But that is what Linus is remembered for. Of course, he was a martyr. He was the first successor of St. Peter, and then he has this decree on the covering of heads. So that's St. Linus. His feast day is September 28th, which is tomorrow, on the day that I'm recording this. So happy feast day of St. Linus. It's also the same feast day as St. Pio, Padre Pio. So you can always remember that Padre Pio's day is also the day of St. Linus. If you enjoy these, if you enjoy learning about Catholic history, Catholic theology, please hit the subscribe button that's on the screen, and you'll get more videos in the days, weeks, and months to come. God bless.